Hello everyone, it's Eva. Thank you for tuning in to Eva 101. Today I'm going to be talking about my relationships, how I handle, um, how sometimes it can be hard because I'm always thinking negative, and sometimes that can reflect on my relationship. So the first thing you need to remember is to always think before you speak. That is like the number one thing that you should always do before you end up hurting your partner. It's probably harder than said than done, but you never want to go back at it remembering that you said something awful. Take a couple minutes, leave for a second, come back at it and talk. Sometimes relationships can be crazy. It can be also fun, loving, and exciting. And other times there it has its sad moments. And sad moments can make you two separate or disapart from each other. So if you really want a good relationship, it's about communication. Talk to each other. Tell each other that something is bothering you. Speak. If you don't speak, things build up, and then you tend to be very angry. Especially like at any type of situation where you're thinking that, oh, this person doesn't love me, this person, is probably cheating on me, or it's not always the case. A person could have a bad day and they might accidentally take it out on you. So that's why I'm saying you should always, always think before you speak and try to figure out the problem. The best way to deal with somebody that has PTSD is try to remember that they're not used to being loved. They're always thinking the negative. And for me, I always do. One moment I could possibly think, oh, he's going to break up with me, or he doesn't love me, or maybe he's thinking about another person. It's not always the case. It's the case that they do love you and you're reading a negative thought that you think is like what you want to think. So the best thing to do about that is try to remember, if this person didn't love you, he would not treasure you. He wouldn't put up with the things that your mood swings are going on. Sometimes relationships are just always going to be ups and downs, but you have to be willing to get through it together. The reason why I'm talking about this is because me and my boyfriend, we were doing our little night cruise. So we were just talking about it, and we're both afraid that we might not make it to being together forever. Sometimes that can make us both down. The best thing to do is like, hey, we've been through so much that we can keep going forward. Just because we have a little setback doesn't mean that we don't love each other. It just means that we have a stronger bond because we do communicate. Like I said, communication is the most important thing. Without that, there would be nothing. Then you would just always be angry and fighting and everything else. Sometimes, it can be hard, especially if something happens, for example, like his pet decided to chew up my underwear. Yes, I'm going to be angry, but at the point, I'm going to tell him, maybe can we do something about it so my underwear doesn't get eaten? Or it's something that my pet does and chews up his tile. I'm going to apologize. I'm going to try and see if there's anything I can do to fix it. The only thing that I did was I got her, well, actually it was his cage, and put her in it because she has a little bit of anxiety issues of being left home by herself, which isn't a problem anymore because now she goes everywhere I go. She's still training. She's becoming a way better dog than when I first got her. So, instead of being angry at each other, try and work things out. It takes two to be a team, and teamwork is like the best thing you can do. Me and my boyfriend, we work together. We work at the same place. We come home. We even shower together. We eat together. We sleep together. So we have a really strong bond. And like I said, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. It takes two to make a good relationship. And there's a lot of people that give up on their relationship because they don't talk. They don't say, I'm having this bad day because I'm upset at my boss or something, because you're not taking the time to ask them, how was your day? How are you? Are you okay? Is there anything I can do to help you? And life is always going to be hard. Relationships are always going to be hard. And the most important thing, you need to find somebody that is your yin and yang, that can help you get through so much and support you in every single way. Because if that person does love you and treasures you, they're going to always be there, even on your darkest day. And also, sometimes, you can be completely angry at something else and take it out on your partner. But as long as you tell them what's going on and apologize, sometimes, yes, it makes it better. Sometimes, it takes a little while for it to get better. All I can say is, for my experience, is that I'm always willing to fight. I don't give up, neither does my partner. And once you have that, then you're going to go very far with your partner. But you have to be willing to fight together. You're going to have to put all that petty little stuff away and whatever's going on or anything that's making you upset. Put it aside. Think about each other. Think about each other's feelings. Think of what makes you guys happy, what makes you sad, and try to build a foundation. Building a foundation will always guide you into so much love, because you're going to respect your partner is going to respect you. So I have 2 kids. Sometimes they can be a little bit hard. They're not his kids, but he does step up to the plate as being a father figure, which is great. So the best thing I do is always tell him that he's doing an amazing job for not actually being a father. So with that, that's going to boost his confidence. That's going to make him happy. And you're also, when your kids are giving a hard time for him, you need to tell him, you need to stop. You need to respect him. He's trying to be nice, and he's trying to love you just as much as he loves me. And sometimes kids are not always going to understand that. The most important thing is to explain to your children. And sometimes it still doesn't even work, as long as you try. What could go wrong? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.